California far-left progressives are at it again. AB 1955, co-authored by none other than Scott Weiner, will prevent school officials from informing parents if their children at school express a different gender identity or evidence of gender dysphoria. Now, I'm going to eviscerate this law from a medical standpoint in the next 2 minutes. First, and most importantly, if a child expresses a different gender, if a child has gender dysphoria, by definition, this is associated with a higher risk of suicide. It is technically life-threatening. You do not withhold that information from parents. If I suspect that a child has life-threatening leukemia and I don't inform the parents, I am liable for malpractice. So you as a school, if you see that a child has a condition associated with a higher risk of suicide, a condition that is life-threatening, those parents have a right to know, and you, as the government, don't give yourself the privilege of withholding that information. Next, when you don't tell the parents that a child has gender identity disorder or gender dysphoria, and you socially transition that child, the next logical step would be to medically or surgically transition that child. And that child does not have medical decision-making capacity. That child cannot understand risks and benefits. That child needs the parents or a legal guardian who can make medical decisions on his or her behalf. The state is not the guardian. The state does not co-parent. You do not make medical decisions on behalf of that child. If you are afraid that that child is in danger of bodily harm by outing that child to the parents, there are already policies in place with Child Protective Services. You don't need to make yet another law to separate parents from children. If you think that informing a child's parents of that child's gender dysphoria poses a threat of physical harm, you have Child Protective Services that you can alert and they can take care of it. Those policies already exist. You don't need to make another one. And why are these far-left progressives always putting teachers in the crossfire, using them like pawns in their battle against parents? Teachers should be partners and not partitions. I am Alex Balekian, MD, running for Congress because I, like you, have reached my breaking point. This is no longer a question of Democrats versus Republicans. This is a question of progressives versus non-progressives. And I am the non-progressive candidate. I am the candidate of law and order. I am the candidate who believes that parents should have full decision-making authority in how they raise their children, and the government should not be in the business of co-parenting in the home.